The one downside of testosterone therapy is it will affect your fertility.
This video is sponsored by MeWe, the #1 pick for men on TRT. Shop now at MeWe using the link in the description under this video. My wife would like to have a child. I've been on TRT for 3 years and wondering what type of HCG protocol would be best.
That's a great question. So the one downside of testosterone therapy is it will affect your fertility. And, I talk a lot about younger guys having testosterone deficiency, and we need to have that talk with them. So if he's been on testosterone therapy for more than a year, it is likely that he has azoospermia, where if you check his sperm, they'll be very low. It's not 100%. We've had patients in our clinic who were on testosterone without HCG who were able to conceive, but it is definitely a minority. Now, there was a great study where they followed men on testosterone plus HCG. The typical dose tends to be 500 units 3 times a week, and it's been shown to increase fertility, increase quality of sperm, and help with this. So that tends to be my starting dose. If he's really trying to conceive, I usually may tell my guys that take you off testosterone, keep you on monotherapy with HCG. At that time, I go higher doses. We can go up to 2,000 units weekly. And I usually like to separate it 3 times a week because it has kind of a long half-life. There are other supplements other medication that we can use. Sometimes I do a combination of HCG plus HCG plus Clomid to help increase fertility more. So that is a great question. One thing also we've been doing for our patients, younger patients who want to maintain fertility, I like the short-acting testosterone. There's an FDA-approved gel called Testo that it came from the University of Miami. Dr. Ramasamy, a urologist, good friend of mine also, who also demonstrated that TRT with short-acting testosterone, specifically that nasal gel, did not affect fertility. So if this patient wanted to remain on TRT, I would tell him maybe go on the nasal gel if he doesn't want to do the HCG, and that may be covered by his insurance. So there are definitely options that he can explore. Dosing of HCG plus testosterone, possibly coming off testosterone completely, higher dose of HCG, or switching the method of delivery of the testosterone into a more physiologic, pulsating 2 times a day, 3 times a day, short-acting testosterone.
Yeah, that short-acting nasal gel, that's not available worldwide, right?
No, it's not, unfortunately. And I have to tell you, I have a few patients who tried it. It's not comfortable to put a gel there. It causes rhinitis. Your nose may be inflamed. So it's not great. But what I like with it is that there's innovation happening. So big pharma is seeing that, there is money to be made now. So I'm looking forward to seeing more. So again, the RDT, the rapidly dissolving tablets that we use in our practice, it is a generic form of testosterone, also short-acting. We are going to actually do a study ourselves where we're going to follow men who went on those sublingual RDT short-acting testosterone, and we're going to follow their testosterone level, their FSH and LH, and their sperm sample. So far, I have 4 patients that we followed. And those guys had been on injectable testosterone for more than 5 years. When we switched them to the short-acting, within 3 months, when you take long-acting, your FSH and LH is less than 0.3. Their FSH and LH came to the normal range. So we haven't done the sperm study yet, but our clinic is going to do a study. I'd like to enroll maybe 30 men and see within 6 months the changes we're going to see. Again, the Testo has been proven already, and it's not specifically the gel, it's just because it's short-acting. So we need to prove that. We're doing that study. I can't wait to have it done so I can come to your channel and talk about it.
Yeah, very interesting.